me. When I'm in traffic, it's always up with me. Pillsbury, man, I keep door with me. Slide to the other side, it's always a man down. Hands in the up, make one move, give me that so long, they don't even want to talk no more. She was hanging with a op. We call him Mickey, talk to the. I was on Pinedale, in the sock. Back in the day, I invest in the block. I put a on that. Don't play, cause I'm very invested in it.
Push the off of the porch or hit the if it happens.
There's a buzz here in San Antonio, Texas with another sold-out arena. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, this is where Cat can manufacture additional points for his team. Defense focused and locked in on him. Find a teammate. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Here's McDaniels. That three off the mark. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. To the middle. Here's Conley. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title, the best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Now here's Jones. Shot clock at 5. Here's Collins. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Timberwolves foul.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Collins. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Jones. Fires the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. San Antonio again missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. Towns is doubled. Right wing. McDaniels. Back to Gobert. Out to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Into the
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Timeout Spurs.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Now here's Graham. And that one's good. Bessie.
Charles Bassey.
And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. Comes up empty down low.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Bassey.
Timberwolves foul. Nas
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First team foul.
It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons break coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Shooting for Minnesota.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Good on the bucket.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Rivers gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound. And here's Gobert. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Good. That one on target from Noel. Noel's got 5 points so far.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Vassell misses from short range. Pass to Noel. Shoots from the baseline. Drained for 2 points. 7 points in the game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Back to Graham. McDermott with it. And finished off by McDermott.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Stolen by McDaniels. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Towns. On the basket by Jones.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And Greg, Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Spurs. Here's Wesley. Pass to Collins. Shoots over McDaniel. Shot by Collins, no good. Edwards drawing the double team. Back to Prince. outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. There's the lob to Towns. Here's Johnson. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to gut through it. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Still Spurs ball. Now into the lineup for your Spurs, Bravo.
Inside, here's Collins. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Can they get it?
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards drives in.
Assist from
And the layup is up and in.
Torian Prince.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
2 minutes remaining.
Johnson
in the first
inside.
half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Wesley. Offense has become a focal point in the NBA. We know that. Indoors, is there a place still in this league for defensive specialists?
Undoubtedly, Kevin. Look no further than the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Gary Payton II played that role to a hilt. He made the difference between winning and losing when it mattered most. Elite perimeter defense is always in demand.
Here's Conley. Nails the baby hook.
Well, Mike Conley, slight of frame, but the intention is there and finishes with contact.
Out left to the wing. Trae Young gets a wide open look. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Got that one up quick.
Austin Rivers.
Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Pass to Conley. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball call.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Spurs trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Reed. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
San Antonio.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Vassell. Here's Bates Diop, guarded by Reed. Back to Vassell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
Spurs 19.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Your Spurs Youth Dance Team.
Spurs trail by 3. Greg Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
Back to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Back to Collins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jaden McDaniel.
That's on Jaden McDaniel.
First personal foul.
The Spurs have not yet made a free throw in the game. 0 of 2 so far.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. So it's the Timberwolves now. They lead by 1. Gobert. Collins with some nice D. Outside, Jones. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Sohan. Out to the right wing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Rebound by Sohan. The opportunity here for them to take their first lead of the game.
And this is where you need to be aggressive and make it happen.
It's Jones on the wing. For the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, defense is no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Of course, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position of Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Now Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
Second personal
It's easy
foul.
to see why this team is excited about Johnson. He's a fantastic athlete with considerable upside.
He hits both from the stripe. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Keldon Johnson.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Pass to Towns. Kicks it out to Prince. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Puts it up from 17. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. Can't get it to fall. A tight game here in San Antonio. It's stolen by Edwards. He's all alone. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Assist goes to.
Well, that's the defensive impact of Anthony Edwards, making the steal and setting up easy offense.
Here's Johnson.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Wow, let's hear another round of applause for your Spurs Hype Squad dance team. Come on.
1:52 left in the third. Got a piece of it. Down low. Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert emphatically finishes that one. Nicely done.
And there it is for him. 5 points in the game.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Over to the wing. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And Towns throws it down.
Mike Conley is an active, alert defender. Boy, he is known to pick a pocket or two.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Johnson. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Conley. They double-team Conley. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
And you can see he thought he had a little more room on that sideline and got squeezed out of bounds. That one could have been avoided.
Atop the key, Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the corner. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Rivers. And it's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Jaden McDaniels.
Spurs leading by 3. Pass to Graham. Now, here's Vassell. Here's Bassett. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here.
35.
Spurs out at
The Timberwolves. 32.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation. San Antonio ball.
Vassell with it. To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Collins, good.
Collins for 2.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Minnesota.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
The Timberwolves making a switch here.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Vassell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Anderson in the post. To the paint. Here's Noel. Here's Gobert. Up and in on the layup. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Collins can't cash in from close range. Good. That one on target from Noel.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Right side, Collins. Count it. Collins has got 6 points in the quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the rim. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. In the corner, Collins with it. Back to Vassell. Pass to Collins. Takes the 3. Gobert with the block.
9'9" standing reach. Rudy Gobert twice on the pipes.
San Antonio.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Back to Jones. Inside. Six on the shot clock. Here's Collins. Basket counts. Collins has got 10 points in just the second half.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Stolen by Collins.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right, it doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Timberwolves trailed by 3. Gobert double teamed. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Here's Johnson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. 11 points for Keldon Johnson.
Answering the call, Keldon Johnson comes up big.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Here's Sohan. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Money!
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
To the inside. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Outside, Jones. On the wing, Johnson. Kicks it out to Collins. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. So it's Minnesota now.
San Antonio.
And that's an intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Well, we all know Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most gifted offensive big men we've ever seen. Now you get a chance to show off that incredible free throw percentage when the game is hanging in the balance. Step up, Mr. Towns.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth.
Kyle Anderson.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Mike Conley. Second personal.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Let's give it up for
They're down by 4. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
14 fouls.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for San Antonio, Trey Jones. 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. And timeout called by Chris Finch. What do you think, guys?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters.